Hello everyone, you haven't heard my voice in a while. Anyways, in this episode I'm gonna start my Java tutorial, and this is gonna be the first episode of that, and throughout this tutorial we'll cover the basics, the intermediate and advanced topics. So yeah, let's get going on. And the first thing is how to get started. So let me show you. So before we can actually do anything, you're gonna need a couple of things. The first is Java, obviously, and the second one is a JDK. Now what is a JDK? JDK stands for Java Development Kit, and you have to download that in order to write some code for Java. So let's go over here. You can go to oracle.com. I'm gonna leave the link in the description actually. Anyways, the newest version is JDK 23, and I'm using Windows, and this would be the link that I would download. So when you have downloaded the JDK, Java Development Kit, you can go ahead and install that, and you don't have to go ahead and install Java, because the JDK actually includes the Java runtime environment within. So yeah, JRE, Java runtime environment. Alright, I'm gonna leave links for both of these, but let's go to the next step. Alright, and that's gonna be an IDE, an integrated development environment. So let's go. I am using something called Eclipse IDE. There's also JetBrains, also known as IntelliJ IDEA or IntelliJ IDEA for Java development, and then with that you can actually write some code. So yeah, you don't want to use a notepad, do you? So that's why we use these IDEs. Yeah, I had forgotten this on. I use it sometimes when my eyes get tired of the white background. Anyways, this is Eclipse. I'm gonna leave a link down below, and from here you can go to download and the first one, and after that you can just click on download and the IDE will be downloaded. Then you just have to install that and follow the install guide. Anyways, let me show you the other one. So the other one is IntelliJ IDEA for Java development made by JetBrains. This is a kind of a newer one, but I still prefer Eclipse. That's why I'm using it. Anyways, you can go ahead and download this from here. Select your operating system and then download. Now you can download the free 30-day trial, but we don't like to pay, so you can also download the community edition if you want to use IntelliJ IDEA. Alright, you can also use VSCode, Visual Studio Code, but you have to install some extensions like the Java extension. I'm probably gonna leave a link of that in the description below as well. Anyways, let's get going. Alright, so after you have installed your IDE, the first thing that you're gonna notice is that you don't have these files. These are my project files, and if you just downloaded the IDE, your folder is gonna be empty. Alright, now there's one thing I want to show you. That's gonna be window preferences. Then it's gonna be general and appearance. So when you launch Eclipse for the first time, it's gonna be having a white background. I suggest you change it to a dark theme. You can do it by clicking at Window, Preferences, General, Appearance, and here theme is dark, and the font can be default, and then apply and close. Alright, anyways, I have already done that, so that doesn't make any difference. Anyways, let's create our first Java project. So file, new Java project. I'm gonna name this tutorial series and hit enter. Okay, open the file with this little arrow here, and then you are going to have a JDK inside of here and also a file called src. This means source, and this is your Java development kit. This is basically a big library of all kinds of packages and classes and stuff like that, and we will be using a lot of those, but more on those later. Anyways, right click on the source file and now create a package. I'm gonna call this main. Inside of the main package, I'm gonna be once again right click, new, and this time I'm gonna be creating a class. Okay, this is gonna be called start, and here is this section. Which method stubs would you like to create? I'm gonna select public static void main string args and finish. There we go. We have our first class, or you might have. Anyways, here we have the package, the class name, and then this magic spell that is actually going to run the program. You can see that there's this comment to do auto-generated method stub. I'm gonna delete that. That's created by the IDE. And yeah, let's create our first program. So basically what this public static void main means is that I'm gonna talk about it later, but for now just think of it as the starting point for this entire application that you're going to be building. So this is the starting point, okay? And over here I'm gonna be saying system dot out dot print ln and brackets. Then you're gonna need some, what are these called? I forgot. Anyways, you know what these are, and then you can type in something. For example, I don't know what those are. Alright. After that, from here you can run the file, and it ran just fine. However, it might not always do that, so if you're having some trouble, you can go to here. First of all, right click, run as, and run configurations. Then you can go over here, browse for the project, make sure you have the right one, and then search for the class. You don't have to search for it here. You can just type in the package, which is main, and the class, which is start, and include those. Apply, run. Alright, so yeah, what is a package? A package is basically a folder. That's all we have to know about those at this point. Now let's discuss what we just did right over here. So we basically created one line of console output. So system out print line. That's gonna be printing a line onto the console window right over here. So yeah, that's your first Java application maybe. And yep, so system out print line. We can also say system out print line. Tozu doesn't know English. And remember to add a semicolon. Alright, then let's run. And now we have 2 lines of text. We can also use a different statement called print. Let's run. But look at this, what happened? All of the text is at the same line. Well, that's because by default the print method doesn't start a new line after the entire method is executed. So that's why I suggest to use print ln. So that's gonna be always starting a new line. Of course, you can start a new line with a backslash and n as well. That would also work. Let me prove it to you. So we have 2 print statements. I'm gonna run this. And now once again they are on different lines. Anyways, I'm gonna keep the print ln. And I'm gonna remove that. We are gonna cover these and the other formatting stuff in a later episode. Alright, anyways, I hope you got your IDEs installed and your first Java project created and the program running. If you have any issues, you can comment down below and tell me, and I'm gonna be helping you out. Anyways, once again, we're gonna talk about this line right over here later on. And yep, remember to use the semicolons, I mean the curly brackets. They're very important. And also the semicolons, of course, and the normal brackets. Anyways, I hope I'm gonna see you in the next episode, and we're gonna start talking about primitive and reference data types. So yeah, see you in the next one.